Hello, boys and girls. Happy Thursday. Today in writing, we are going to be wrapping up our first opinion project. So, you're going to need this graphic organizer, and if you need to go and find it, then pause the video, grab it, and come back to your workspace, and then hit play. If you're ready, keep watching. Now, in writing today, you have two options as projects that you could complete. Option 1 is to use your graphic organizer from yesterday called I Have a Problem to help you design a poster that's sort of like an advertisement where your goal is to convince your audience, whoever you decided was the person who could help you solve your problem, to believe that what you're saying, your opinion, is the correct one. So here is the poster that I created to convince my sister Jade that moving to Burlingame would be a great idea. And now I'm going to show you a close-up version so you can take a closer look. To make your poster to change the world, make sure you follow these steps. Step 1 is to use your I've Got a Problem graphic organizer to guide you. Second, you'll need to include these things on your poster. State your opinion or tell what your problem is, list your 3 reasons for having your opinion, and offer the solution you've come up with. Step 3 is to submit a photo on Seesaw. Option 2 for today is to write a letter to your audience to convince them that your opinion is the correct one. So, I have my letter here that I wrote to my sister Jade, and I actually did some revising and editing because I made some mistakes and I found ways that I could make it better. So, this is my revised version, and I then recorded a video of me reading this to my sister so that I could convince her to move to Burlingame. So for option 2, you'll be writing a letter to change the world. So you have 3 steps that you need to complete in order to do this project. So step 1 is to use your I've Got a Problem graphic organizer from Monday, and that will guide you through step 2. So in step 2, you're going to write a really short introduction where you state your opinion or you tell what your problem is, and then you quickly list your reasons for having that opinion. Paragraph 2 is where you restate reason 1 and then you give a solution on how to solve that problem. Paragraph 2 is almost the same thing as paragraph 1, except instead of restating reason 1, you restate reason 2 and give a solution. Then you do the same thing for paragraph 3, but for reason 3. And then, of course, you need a conclusion. So in your conclusion, you will remind your audience what your opinion is, and you'll identify your solution once more. Then you'll submit a photo, or you can record yourself reading your letter to your audience on Seesaw. Dear Jade, I've been thinking a lot these days, and I believe that you should consider moving to Burlingame. There are lots of reasons why moving to Burlingame is a great idea. Some of them include the fact that you often express how sad you are that you and Cruz don't see me much during the year. You can never find a babysitter, and that you have a difficult time figuring out all the things that you should teach Cruz before he goes back to preschool. Well, lucky for you, I have the solution you've been dreaming of. As I explained before, you often tell me how much you and Cruz miss me. You should, in fact, because did you know that we only got to visit each other 3 times the entire year last year? That's not nearly enough days, so it's no wonder you both miss me so much. Well, if you moved to Burlingame, I'd be so close. We could pretty much see each other anytime we wanted. I could visit you in the evenings after work, and we could plan fun weekend activities together too. If you lived in Burlingame, we could see each other all the time. I also mentioned that you often have difficulty finding a babysitter in your neighborhood. Well, I don't know if you recall, but before I was a teacher, I was a nanny for 10 years. That means I have a lot of experience babysitting kids. I'm really good at making kid-friendly meals, coming up with ways to pass the time, and getting kids to bed calmly and quietly. I'm pretty sure I've been told I'm the best babysitter, and if you live closer, then I could be your babysitter. A third reason you should move to Burlingame is because you often need my help thinking of ways to teach Cruz at home. It's been especially tricky during the shelter in place, but I have so many ideas because I'm a teacher and that's my job. If you lived closer, I could basically teach Cruz something every day and you could take a break. Well, it's an offer you should consider because as you can see, there are many reasons it would be the smart choice for your family to move to Burlingame. Hoping to see you on my doorstep soon, your sister, Miss Garcia. So to complete today's project, you are going to head to Google Classroom, and I have written out all of the directions for both options for you today. Now, if you choose to do option 1 to create a poster, you'll notice that I created mine on the computer. However, you can just use materials that you have at home, and you can create it on blank paper by hand. Or you are more than welcome to create your poster online. That is your choice. I also created my letter, typed my letter on Google Docs, and then I printed it off. However, you are more than welcome to write it by hand if you would like to. So head over to Google Classroom and get started with writing right away. And remember, today you do not have a reading assignment, and that's because you need some extra time to complete today's final project. Can't wait to see what you chose to do on Seesaw later on. Good luck!